Hi, we're live and in living color. Yes, yes. Yes, it's today, the third Saturday. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Move Around with Deborah. That's me. So glad to have you here today. You know, I want to just share with you briefly who we are, what we come to do. We want to offer interactive engagement. That's right, interact with us. Like, share, subscribe, touch that bell, jump up and down, dance, because we're here to have a good time in learning when to, how to, where to, and sometimes what to do while you travel. Now, our mission is to increase travel awareness, helping you to decide those W's. You know those W's. We learned about those W's way back when. And for those of you who are not familiar, again, it's when to, where to, why to, and the H of how to. We are also here to support those of you who are looking to build a business in this ever growing, ever changing industry of the travel business. So, again, like, share, subscribe, get a pin, find out what you are needing to do to travel safely, and to find out today how to use new money and finance your travel.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
Okay, we are back. We are back. You know, we were here last month, and last month we went through a whole lot of history. So I want you to restate to yourself, we are still making history. We have to know what our history was, but know that right now is history. The future is going to be history. So remember that I am somebody, and so are you. Whew, the travel world. I tell you, it is so much going on in the travel industry. Kudos to those who are braving the airports. You know, I love my airports because I always feel as though that is the first destination, those airports. But lately, I've been staying away from those airports. And you know, there are other modes of travel available. You've got the trains, you've got the buses, you've got the vehicles. And even with the vehicles, when we're going into a situation where fuel is even higher, and you say, oh, I got that electric car, or I have that hybrid, I can toggle back and forth. Yes, you can, but you still have to be aware of what's going on across the country and around the world. Now, TSA, my hat's off to all the TSA workers and those who are going through challenges right now. Patience is oh so helpful. When you travel, you have to pack your patience. You have to put your patience there before you even start packing your bags. You have to put your patience in place as you research where you're going to go. Patience comes always in life. Whenever you're doing anything, patience is there. So make sure you have it. And especially in the travel industry, when you're getting to the airport and you see those long lines, don't let that deter you. Don't let that be the first thing. Oh my God, what am I doing? Plan. Patience and planning. You have to plan. You have to plan. You plan to be here, didn't you? You plan to watch this rerun, didn't you? Planning is key. And with this partial government shutdown, yes, a partial government shutdown, but it seems like us travelers are feeling a big brunt of what's going on. And I just want to let you know that we can get through it. We're going to get through it. Some of our TSA workers or none of our TSA workers are getting paid. They can't even afford maybe to get to and forth back to work. But nevertheless, we are going to make a way. First of all, you as travelers should plan and go early. Understand that when you are going into the airport and you have to go through security to checkpoints, have your documents in place. We all know that the real ID is something that you must travel with if you're going through the airports. If you don't have a real ID or a passport, no matter if you're going through pre-check or global, well, if you're going through global, you pretty much already have that, but you have to have that real ID. If you don't, you should have, before you got to the airport, filled out the documentation that is needed for you to go through the TSA line without having that real ID. And let me tell you, there are two sites that I want to share with you. And it's kind of funny that these sites are something that we're not sure if they are in place or not, or updated or not, because they are part of those sites that are not being addressed. And you can see that here, right at the top of the page in bold red. Due to the lapse of in federal funding, this website will not be actively managed. And then they tell you to click there for more information. But here, if you need that identification special, if you don't have TSA or that confirmed ID with the real ID, here is the page you must go to. Read it, fill out the documentation. There's even a video here. Fill out the documentation and pay for the $45 that is needed for you to get that special identification that is good for 10 days. 10 days only from your date of original travel. Pay for it here and have that documentation in hand when you eventually get to the TSA agent to allow you to get through. If you don't have that, you are going to be forced out of that line into another line to get that documentation. And it's going to take maybe an hour or so, even beyond the 2 hours you've already waited. So I'm giving you the fear factor, but I want you to pay attention. Now, some airports, you don't have that problem because some airports don't take up all that time. No, because they're not real busy. All airports are not as busy as the major ones, such as Atlanta, New York, Chicago, LAX, and Houston, Dallas. You can have an airport that you fly in and out of, Kansas City, Kansas. It's not really busy, but you do need to position yourself where you get there early enough. So please, 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 I can't stress to you enough to be there and be there on time. It is so urgent for you to do that. Get that TSA confirmed ID, $45. You know, and stop traveling internationally on a shoestring budget. I'm just saying. We days ago we used to travel and we didn't have a lot of funds to travel just to get there and get back, have a housing. Sometimes we took spam and other things to even eat because we didn't have meals. And I say we, I'm just saying in general because I always do and budgeted for the lavishness. Yes. But some folks don't. They can't afford it, but they really want to travel. So I just want to say do not travel, especially internationally, on a shoestring budget. Have a backup plan, a monetary backup plan beyond the travel insurance that you have already set up. You must have travel insurance. Do not travel without travel insurance. There's a backup plan. Now, some credit cards that you've used, they have some kind of backup plan. Some medical coverage is there's a backup plan, but I would suggest that you definitely look into having a third party insurance plan attached to your travel. And if you travel regularly, you can get an annual insurance plan. It's called travel insurance. Now, talking about travel insurance, just briefly, understand that we are going through a conflict of sorts. And in some cases, our Americans or other nationalities, other countrymen from other countries, they have been stuck away from their own country. And they had travel insurance. And that travel insurance holder deemed that their coverage was not in effect because of the conflict that was going on. Now, in retrospect, you can look at it a couple of different ways. You can say, oh, what are you talking about? It's not a war. It's not labeled a war. But you are at the mercy of those insurance underwriters to say whatever they can say at that time. You don't have time to combat with them right then because you're in dire straits. You need to get to where you're get back home or wherever your next destination is. So never ever ever, I didn't talk about that, never ever ever be combative with someone at an airport, at a train station, and at the grocery store, at the restaurant. Don't be combative. Use your patience. Understand, think clearly, write it down, journal it, journal what's happening, journal who you spoke to, what time you spoke to them, what they said. See if they don't mind being recorded. I'm talking about a vocal recording, or, we all have camera phones now. So make sure that you put yourself in a position where you are protected. And of course, our other site, which is our travel.state.gov, that is another site that I definitely want you to pay attention to. That is a site that we should all be familiar with. Travel.state.gov. Here it is. Now, this is a site that may be up to date, and we're hoping so. But here is where you get a lot of information on where to travel, where you can travel, where it's acceptable to travel, whether we're in a conflict or not. And here, right here in this line, there's a page, travel advisories. I always suggest you go to that page before you start getting all excited about traveling. And if you booked your travel a year prior to, when it's almost ready for you to go, before you can get out there, maybe a month or so before, come to the site, see what the travel advisories are. Enroll in STEP, that's Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. STEP, Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. You can enroll in this, and hopefully, if everybody's at work, you'll get an email updates. Now, I've been following some of those folks who were stuck in different countries over the last few weeks, and there's been some good stories and there have been some horror stories. Make sure that your story is a good story. You can always look your travel advisories by destination, and it identifies the risk factor, the destination, the level. Level 4 is do not travel. There is a risk factor. Level 2, exercise increased caution because of crime or whatever. And then there's a date that it was updated. So if you go to Albania now, back in 2024, they say it was a level 2. This is one that hasn't been updated lately. But you can always research. I don't know who might be going to Albania right now. I wouldn't. But again, there are so many places in your home country, and I speak about your home country. I'm in the United States, but we have folks on the line listening all around the world. In your home country, I can find folks and things to do everywhere. So please, please, please pay attention to that, and you will definitely be excited because travel is so exciting. Don't you think? I love to travel. And I'm going to talk to you. You know what? We've got a special guest coming up. Ooh, we. I can't wait to get to you, but I want to let you know we will be right back after I tell you higher learning TV show. Yes, Miss Zelda, Monday Morning Mindfulness. Be cautious with government sites. She went through there to get her passport on Congress at a new location. Read the fine print. Oh, yes, because if you don't get your information from a website that says GOV, other places will tell you they're working on behalf of the government, but they're going to charge you an exorbitant amount to get your documentation. It may not be valid, and it is just always read the fine print. Can I tell you? Read the fine print. Can I say it again? Read the fine print. They put the glitz and the glamour on the first page, but on the 15th page, in that little corner over there, is discarding all that you've already read. So read it. Don't just click on, yes, I agree to the terms. Read and reread. And sometimes it's best to have more than one person understand what you're reading. It's okay. They put it in writing for you to study it. But they also put it in writing that they want to hide it. Yes, they sometimes hide things when they put it in writing and make it so confusing. Have you ever read an insurance platform? It's real confusing. Zelda says, I paid $212, what was supposed to be $300. $130. Read and reread. That's when you have to go and get it quickly, or you think you have to go and get it quickly. I talked about the passports, but you don't plan ahead. If you already have a passport, it's a 10-year document. At your ninth year anniversary, request for a renewal, especially now because that person may not be working anymore. Not only are we on a shutdown, remember Doge went through there and slashed up and cut up and did all kinds of things. Okay, I've got to go, but I will be right back. Trust and believe. We coming back. Hello.
Great day. It's your girl Asada here to introduce a new female solution show called Asada Says. That's right. Every month we're going to talk about everything I am, from cryptocurrency and financial security to good health and parenting strategies. Come on and talk with me every Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And let's do that thing the way Asada says it should be done. See you then. Peace, right here on the Female Solution.
We're back. That's right. And it was a quick one because we've got to be ready for Asana Speaks. Yes, that's our guest host speaker today. Asada is here to talk about that new money. And let me just bring her into the stage. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Woo, woo. That's
That's a
right.
little dance. That's a little jig for you, a little
That's
jig.
right. Hello.
Hey,
Look
how
at
are
Miss
you?
Asada, the Miss Harriet Tubman of
Uh
crypto.
oh,
Wonderful. How
oh.
are you? Yes, honey,
I
that's one
am
of the
actually,
financial things.
thank you. I'm actually very, very good. Enjoying life to the fullest right about now. Very, very
Why
much.
not? Why
That's
not?
right.
I mean,
That's
what
right.
else we got to do?
That's right. You better say that. Yeah, I bet I say that.
So we're talking here today about financing the travel because we
Mm-hmm.
all want to go somewhere. And now we're in a situation where we have to piece together change. We got to get some from over here and get some from over there. Folks are,
Mm-hmm.
are, are signing up for the rewards programs on their favorite airlines or their favorite hotel chains or
Mm-hmm.
their favorite restaurants even.
Sure.
We get those coupons from those restaurants. So we're wanting to know, we want to tell the people, let the people know about financing their travel and the new money that is in place. Come
That's right.
on, Miss Asada, talk to us. What you
Well,
got?
well, the thing about it is this. We talk about this new money. People keep hearing new money. Sometimes they hear crypto. I think there's a lot of misconception about it because people have gone through things where they feel like, I've heard people say crypto is the devil. I've heard them say cryptocurrency is a scam. And so there just needs to be some clarity. That's almost like saying a dollar bill is a scam. No, it's not the dollar bill. It's what somebody did with it, right? The people that create this reality. Well, I want to give a little bit of clarity about this new money, right? It actually isn't new. It's been around for over 15 years, right? But we're going to get a little clarity first. I like to start with that because I'm not going to be saying the word crypto, crypto, and you don't really know what it is. So let's just get a little clarity on that. I'm going to show you right now. So here's the deal. Look at this. This is who I am. I'm the co-author of a book called Bitcoin for Black People. So yeah, I got a little credibility. I've been in crypto. I've been an entrepreneur in crypto for 7 years. Okay. They call me the crypto queen, but I've also been called the Harriet Tubman of crypto. Boop, boop, boop. You know what that means. That means freeing the people using crypto, right? And I'm a global crypto trainer. Like literally tomorrow at 1:30, I'll have people from all over the world that I train in understanding crypto. So thank you for having me today, Deborah. I think I could do
Absolutely.
you some. I think I could do you some good. So All I want us to really overstand right now, guys, is that money is changing. We seeing wars, we seeing this and that, whatever. You need to be clear though that money is changing. It's not what you know. No go. Cash is not king. And there used to be money used to be shells. Okay, then we weren't alive then, but then it turned to money, to this paper money, right? And now it's going to cryptocurrency, these different coins, not actual coins, but digital. All right. I want to define a little bit this fiat money because that's what we're used to. You know, yen for Japan, you know, pound for Britain, dollar for America, naira for Nigeria, right? Peso for Mexico. So fiat money, y'all, is currency that has value because a government says it does, not because it's backed by gold or silver. So look at that American money. American money has not been backed by gold, y'all, since 1971. That means we've been using fake money for 55 years. Just be clear on that. And they stopped printing American money at least 2.5 years ago. So fiat money is on its way out. Cash is not king. We're still using it, but it's why you go to the store and they say, we don't take hundreds. We don't take 20s, right? Because they phasing it
Right.
out, all right? Now, encrypted, I'll need you to just know that word because that's where cryptocurrency comes from. Encrypted, that means to convert information or data into a code, especially to prevent unauthorized access. So this new money, baby, nobody gets it because you got it. Now, the word cryptocurrency, we're going to be saying it just so you understand what it is. One, it's not what you see in that picture. It's not real coins. Those are the logos for different cryptocurrencies. You do want to know that there's over 3,000 of them up there, which Deborah is going to show you something a little later that will show that. I'm only going to go over a couple, but let me just say what cryptocurrency is. Because one dude, my friend said to this dude, do you know what cryptocurrency is? And he said, oh, you mean like that thing that Superman used to make Superman weak? No, money, that's kryptonite. That's not cryptocurrency. So let's get some clarity. So cryptocurrency, you guys, is a digital currency in which transactions are verified and records maintained by a decentralized system, which I'll explain it in a minute, using cryptography, which I'll explain real briefly, rather than by a centralized authority. It can provide an outlet for personal wealth that is beyond restriction and confiscation. So, what that means, guys, is the money we use now, that fiat money, it could be taken, it could be stolen. They can even say, oh, you black, you live in what neighborhood? And they can make sure we don't get the loans. But with cryptocurrency, that doesn't happen. And when I say decentralized system, it just means that we used to a centralized system like a bank freezing your account or IRS taking your money. But with crypto, it's decentralized. No centralized organization, no central nobody. The only people with the power are the people with the money, all right? And cryptography is just the science behind it all right? You heard of this probably before, Bitcoin. This is the big papa. This is the one that's come before all the others, 15 years old. So it's just a type of digital currency that uses state of the art cryptography and can be issued in any fractional denomination. So it just means, y'all, look, it was over $70,000 the other day. It's gone over $100,000 for each coin. But when it came out, y'all, it was less than a penny per coin. And when I got exposed to it, it was only $10 a coin. So, I mean, it has grown over time at the time that it's been out. And then lastly, I'm going to just talk about Polygon because Polygon is a jam that I help people grow now. It's very inexpensive. It says Polygon, formerly known as Matic Network, is connected to the Ethereum blockchain. That's another coin designed to improve transaction speed and reduce costs. Because when you're dealing with crypto, it's about speed. When you
Yeah.
use this stuff in Western Union, it might take a day, an hour, through whatever. But when you're dealing with crypto, it's minutes. So Polygon is fast and inexpensive. So those are just a few things that I wanted to just clear up about crypto so that y'all know at least what it is. And there's nothing, that you don't understand about that. I actually train people on it because we got to know. Look, our president of
Right.
the United States is talking about crypto. So y'all got to know
Oh,
what it is.
I'm going to show you something momentarily, but we're going to take another quick break if you don't
Okay.
mind, and we're going to come
It's
back
your
and
show.
talk about that because this is powerful. This is
Yes.
what you worried about link? No, you can't use link, but link is a form of money. So there's different
Centralized.
forms of money, centralized, right? Somebody's controlling it. Who? Not you. Mm-mm. Didn't
And they
they
can
take
shut
it
it
away
off.
from you? Didn't
That's
they
right.
just take it? Mm-mm.
Yep.
Okay, here we
Mhm.
go.
Hi, I'm Barbara.
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Naima. We're three black moms.
And in case you didn't notice the resemblance, we're also three sisters.
We're going to be coming to you every week, sharing our successes and our mistakes as we navigate our lives as moms, wives, sisters, daughters, and of course, Black women in today's world.
We'll talk about it all: race, politics, religion, economics, culture, and we'll take a look at everything from whether or not to use corporal punishment to how do you teach your children about sex.
Welcome to Master Force with Mushim Suit. Join us each week on Thursdays at 7 a.m. Central, live on Facebook and YouTube on the Female Solution page, as we dive into powerful topics designed to assist you in mastering your life force. Our conversations feature a diverse lineup of experts, all dedicated to your growth. Tune in weekly to discover new ways to elevate your spirit and raise your vibration. And remember, we are ascending.
I tell you, the sisters and brother of the female solution is awesome. And we're all here. Even our own Asada is one of our sisters, and she is definitely here. Every week, we're all here to bring you hope, to bring you solutions, to navigate this world, this ever changing life that you have. So, again, welcome back. This is me, Deborah. You're at Move Around with Deborah, and we've been moving around with a Sada, the Harriet Tubman of crypto, and she was bringing on some awesome information. But I just want to share something with you, if you don't mind. Let's see here. You were just talking about Bitcoin. Now, crypto currency actually was incepted back in 1980, and it wasn't until Bitcoin came out in 2008 that it was really brought out to, flourishing. The cake was made. The guy started putting the ingredients together, and the cake was finally made so many years later. And I tell you, the price at inception, of course, was zero. It had no official market value. But in 2010, it went to 5 cents, from 5 to 39 cents for one Bitcoin. Pay attention now. Did you get your pencil and paper? I hope you got it. I hope you got your memory bank going on here. In 2014, just what is that, 4 years later, it went from 39 cents to 300 to $1,000. And then in 2015, it took a little dip. Okay. It did. It dipped down from 200 to $500 because there was something going on. But let me tell you what I did today. I checked it today. You see that date? March 21st, 321, 2026. One Bitcoin. Remember when it came out in 2010? It was 5 cents, 5 to 39 cents for one Bitcoin. Today, one Bitcoin is worth $70,657.03 US dollars. And you could take that quality around the world. Come on now. What
Mhm.
are we talking about here?
Mhm.
What
I
what
think
what are we doing?
one of the things I think is important to show, you ain't never seen not money or gold go up that amount exponentially in value. Never. A bar of gold, whatever ounce, look, about $4,000. But you talk about Bitcoin is 70,000. So it's more, it's like quadruple gold in value. Like it is more valuable than gold to have
Right.
Bitcoin, and it has, see, when you got your money in crypto, your money moves and grows. Like you said, when I was introduced, see, I was introduced to
Yeah.
crypto, to Bitcoin in like 2012, and it was like $10 per coin. But I didn't understand it, and the dude didn't explain it, so I didn't get it. I was like, $10 for a coin, boy, get out of here. I thought he was trying to
Hmm.
jip me. But what if I
Hmm.
bought 10 of them, right? Then I'd have 10
Right.
times that 70,000 now. So my thing is, you want to have crypto in your life because, like I said in the definition, you don't have to wait till you get 100,000 or 70,000. You can buy it in fractions. You could get $100 worth of Bitcoin. You can get $10 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy it in a lot of different places. I used to, when I first started with Bitcoin, when it started getting like a $1,000 range, I could only get
Yeah.
it in Happy Liquor on 79th and Cottage in Chicago.
Okay.
That's
That's in the
exactly
hood,
what,
y'all.
in the
Hello.
hood. I
Come
had to go
on.
in the hood and get it. And just so we know, let's be a little clear on your adoption of crypto, meaning you getting it in the Black community for over 10 years. You've been seeing them, but you didn't understand them. And that is Bitcoin ATMs. ATM machines at gas stations, at currency
Food.
exchanges, and it would
Yes.
say Bitcoin, so you couldn't use it. But it's been big in the Black community for one main reason. Mm-mm-mm. The brothers in the street been using Bitcoin for over a decade because it can't be traced. Okay.
Right.
And so while it was on the dark market sort of then and used for issues we wouldn't use it for, now you
Hmm.
could get Bitcoin Cash App, you can get Bitcoin on PayPal. I just used Bitcoin today to buy my groceries straight up.
The
I have Bitcoin
PayPal.
on PayPal. I
PayPal been
use it.
doing
Just,
Bitcoin for a few
yes,
years, and they're
4 years,
changing the way
definitely.
they're doing things. Let me tell you something.
Yes,
Bitcoin has been around, and you see all these folks with who run the Chase banks and Wells Fargo banks and whatnot. They all building their millions with this cryptocurrency. They
that's
not
right.
playing. We
That's right.
shouldn't be playing either. And
That's right.
you have to be educated. You see, like you said, long time ago, we weren't familiar because we didn't
Mhm.
know. I didn't know, and I
Right.
invested way back in one of those.
Mhm.
Can I say it? Cash places,
Whatever.
not the
Uh-huh.
machine,
Check.
but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
online. Oh yeah, they were
Yeah.
saying, yeah, buy your crypto here, and I did it, and I invested, and they took my money for fees.
Terrible.
I'm like, I done bought all this
Terrible.
Bitcoin, and where's my money? For
Wow, wow,
fees, they
wow.
took my money. Now I'm in the process of learning, and
That's
this
right.
is what the Harriet Tubman of crypto is doing. You are teaching now.
Mhm.
You said you were teaching tomorrow.
Yeah, I actually
Uh-huh.
can show us. So I made a little
Yes,
slidey
please.
slide for people so that they could see you guys tomorrow. And I do it 4 days a week. I actually teach about crypto, and I teach Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. So tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Central, I will be teaching again. You'll only get the link if you ask for it. You won't get, we don't just put it out because you can't come to the
This is
party unless you're
important.
invited to the party. You got to be
Yes,
invited,
this is
because
important.
I'm very protective. This is not something that I'm sending out to just here come and do. No, it's certain people that want to know, and it's certain people that want to grow. And those are the people that get that link and they come and they learn from me. It's people that come to me almost every day to learn, even though they've seen me do the same presentation. Now they can have good conversations with a person, and a person will say something about, oh, I'm doing this coin. And I've had people say to them, is it centralized or is it
Right.
decentralized? And the person don't
Elevate
know.
your knowledge.
They don't know, but my people that go to the webinar know that, oh, if it's controlled by the government and they talking about XRP or stable coins, or all of that is controlled by them. And so if you get it, you better be ready for the fact that you don't really own
Right.
it. But if you do have decentralized money, they call it DeFi, decentralized finance, then you will actually have Bitcoin, Polygon. There are a lot of different decentralized coins. You need to know that. You need to know what they are so that you know that you're protected. Because in my webinar, you're also going to learn about where you keep that. You can't keep crypto in your wallet no more, in your coin purse. You need a
Mm-mm.
digital
Nor
wallet
at
for
the
that.
bank. Nor
Come
at the
on.
bank. And a lot of
Not
people don't have bank accounts. You
That's
notice
right.
a lot of people, and you think you go to Chime and whatnot, those are run by other banks. You
Sure.
understand
Sure.
that? You not
Exactly.
Cash App. That's still a centralized bank. They,
Yes.
if they go down, your money going down with it. And
Absolutely.
what's those things? Those prepaid things they used to have on the
Mhm.
corners. They took them
Okay.
away. That's what they created now with
Mm.
these chimes and stuff. And chimes are good because people need them. We need them. And if that's what you need, that's what you got to do. What you have to do to survive, that's what you do. But understand, you got to be on your financial journey. You have to understand what finances are, and you have to read the book.
Hey. Hey,
When you
wait a
at
minute.
that airport,
Hey.
when you're sitting
Hey.
in that airport, read a
Hey.
book. And you got the children with you, take them a
Yes.
book. This
Come
is
on. Come on.
a activity book for children talking about the
Nice.
same thing. We got to
Nice.
educate our people.
Nice.
We have to educate people.
Yes.
It doesn't matter
Yes.
who you are or what you do. We have to educate people because
Yes.
again, those folks at the top, remember you hear it all the time. The spectrum is changing. The folks with the
Yes.
have and the have nots, that space in the middle is getting wider. And that's
Mhm.
only because we are not aware and we don't utilize the tools that we have in place. How many of you all are still oh Lord, I'm going off into something. How
That's
many?
okay.
Uh,
Look, we got
how
a
many of
question
you
too.
still doing the 1099? Not the 1099. Who knows what a 1099 is? Or how many of you doing? I can't even remember what that IRS form is. What is it? Oh,
It's
a
a ton of
W
them. W
four, a
twos,
W
W
two.
fours,
Oh,
W2s,
yeah,
all that.
who's still? Yeah, come on
Yeah.
now.
Well,
Pay attention to what
we
is at hand. Don't fight. Be a part of the revolution.
Yeah, please. I need us to learn the difference. Look at this question. It says, is the digital wallet you use for Bitcoin the same as Apple Pay on your phone? The answer is emphatically no. Please, in Jesus' name, Buddha, Allah, everybody, no, no. Crypto that I'm talking about,
Thank
none of
you,
those things that
Naima.
you use is for that. Those are for fiat monies. We talked about that a few minutes ago. Those monies that are from your governments. Those tools, like you said, Apple Pay, this and that. No. Mm-mm. If you
Le-
put yourself in there, let me say this about crypto in these institutions. When you deal with crypto in a PayPal, in a Cash App, you know what else they're going to give you? They're going to give you a tax form.
Yes,
Because in their world, you
they
dealing with us.
they
We deal with
count.
the fiat world. So
Right.
we going to tax your money because they could see it. But see, when you're dealing with decentralized money and you're traveling with that and doing things with that, only you can see that money. When you download a digital wallet, it doesn't even have your name. It doesn't
Mm-mm.
even have your social security card. It has nothing about you
Right.
connected to it. It's just a code. And so the wallet that you use for crypto, where it's the safest, doesn't have anything, your address, email, nothing connected to it because it's the
Right.
code you have that does. And so you just need to understand that, y'all. When y'all got your crypto, and I told you I used my crypto today that was in PayPal. Cool, but guess what? When I switched it over and changed it to cash and do that, they looking at all that. To them, that's income. They gonna send
Right.
me a tax for that,
Exactly.
Right. So you have a decision if you want to be involved with that. They're involved too. That's the main thing. That's centralized money.
And
So
it's
no, the
not
answer is no.
overnight. You're not going to get this overnight. You're not going to be
You mean
able
what? The
to have
understanding?
riches. No, no, to have the riches, to be able to say I'm all powerful without the education. You're not going to get it. It's levels, it's layers that
I
you
need to
have to
explain something. No,
understand.
I need to explain something, Deborah, though, for real. Depending on
Hmm.
how you're rocking with crypto, I'm telling you all, my biggest day in crypto, in 2 days, I made $55,000. Hmm.
But that
That
was a
was years ago.
process that you had to
But
get
yeah,
to
yeah, but
get
it
to
didn't
that.
take a long time though. I'm just saying, y'all got to understand in crypto, you can control time. You can make it fast or slow. It's not a get rich quick. Deborah's right in that, right, right? But there are things you can do if you just buy crypto and sit like this and watch the market. You will just be like, oh my God, Bitcoin went up, Bitcoin went down. But if you're in
Nope.
an
Watch.
accelerated program, if you're in an accelerated program that pushes crypto, you can make money faster. So I'm always in an accelerated program because I don't want to do it by myself. I'm always doing it with groups of people where we move crypto around. And so that's an option in life now. There's a lot of them out there, but you just got to be aware. I never say careful. You got to be aware of
Aware.
who's involved. That's right. Just be aware of who's involved, how's it work. You should always do something that puts money directly in your wallet. When somebody says to you, give us your crypto and we'll do whatever with it, I don't do none of that. I'm sorry. I ain't playing with you. Nope,
Mm-mm,
not
mm-mm,
doing it.
mm-mm.
Because
That
they
that
can
like give us your dollar and
they can
I'm gonna run
disappear.
down the street and
Yeah, they
I'll
can
be right
disappear and
back.
then your money disappear. Can you
Well,
can you show them that those cryptos that can be used in the
yeah,
travel
when
industry?
I'm gonna break one this last time because we could go on and on, but let me break and I'll come right back and we're gonna see about the travel and
Mm-hmm.
how we can take care of this business.
Peace and love. I'm Michelle Renee, host of Education Nation, live on the Female Solution Global Network every second and fourth Sunday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The intention of Education Nation is to raise awareness about the literacy crisis and to offer information to combat the problem. The goal is to awaken an army of reading coaches and mentors. You will experience guests who are doing their part in the community to ensure youth in their circles are reading and thinking critically. I look forward to serving you in this capacity. Literacy is freedom, and Education Nation will offer information and strategies to help ensure our young people stay free.
Hey, that's what it's about. Staying free always, and education. You if you can't read and you can't understand what you're reading, you're gonna miss it because you're not gonna be able to get it off of the videos all the time. You're not getting that fine print all the time in those videos. They're not gonna tell you about that in those videos. Nobody's gonna be reading it. You have to be responsible. You have to teach children to be responsible citizens at an itty bitty age. Don't wait till they're 5 or 6 for responsibility. No, babies learn responsibility, and when they're in the womb, they can learn responsibility if you teach them. Yeah, the teachers are there as helpmates, but the parents, please pay attention. It's only a little while you got to pay attention. Then you can go live your life, be an empty nester and whatever. But we talking about travel. So let me take you to a page so I can share with you this particular page where you can book travel. And this is just one site that I am focusing on today. Look at here. Travala. Yes. Stays, flights, car rentals, activities. Now, you can get that when you go to a lot of different sites and you can compare prices. But here's something that is different with this travel site. You can invite and learn. You can, when you do that, you earn Bitcoin. $50 worth of Bitcoin. Well, you know that's not a whole Bitcoin, but at least there's something. Can you build with that? Then you have the rewards program. Remember, we talked about earning with different rewards, awards, being able to pay for travel, getting those coupons when you're going to a restaurant. They're there. Then over a little bit further, you've got the British flag. Yes, we are international. We are one human race. Come on now. But then you got the USD. Are you familiar with the USD? I know everybody around the world is familiar with the USD. And so we're going to come back to that. But here stays, I have it where, because I'm in the Chicago area, I wanted to know if I could do it. I could buy something or rent a room here in my area using my cryptocurrency. Flights. There are many airlines who use the flights, and if you go directly to some of the airlines, they're not able to take the cryptocurrency yet. There are some that do, but most of them don't yet. But if you book your flight through this site, you will be able to use it. Car rentals, which is a new thing. Of course, activities is here. Find all around the world. Again, this is a worldwide site. But let's go back up here to the USDA. That's the bunny. The languages and the currencies. Okay, here we have fiat currency. Remember, Sada taught you that word earlier. Fiat currencies, the United States dollar, the dinar, the Australian dollar, the taka from Bangladesh, so forth and so on. Then you have a list below cryptocurrencies. And excuse me, you go down, you scroll down, there's that big one, there's that Bitcoin, and there's Ethereum, and there's that Tether and XRP and others, the chain link. But let's go down a little bit further, because we were looking for a particular one when we were doing our research, and that is Polygon, or Pole for short. Yeah, that's the one we like. That's the one that's going to be like Bitcoin, up and coming. Pole, POL. So if you do have your Pole, your Polygon, you can purchase travel through this site. But I want to show you one more thing that'll bring awareness to how big this is, and it's silent. It's big, but it's silent, because some things are hidden in plain sight. Am I right? Look over here to this column, the official Trump coin. Yes, that's something that they've been talking about for a while, and it's there. Just like that $1,000 for all your newborns that come into the world from January 1st this year to December 31st of 2029, I think, everybody gets $1,000. All the new babies get $1,000. I just wanted to show you how much this thing is. This is not just a fluke. And Asada, can I bring you back on the stage to
You already know it. You already know it.
to back me up here? Understanding, because you understand way. I tell you about travel, you tell me about the crypto
I got
thing.
you on the crypto, baby. I got you on
Okay.
the crypto.
It is here. Don't be late. Don't be a Bitcoin or miss out on her.
Sure. Sure. Big want to miss out on it.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out on. You remember the party that you didn't get to and you missed out? Oh, darn, I missed out on the party. This is so much more than the party.
Yeah.
This is
life. This is just life.
Party.
I mean, at one
Exactly.
point, guys, look, at one point, an ATM machine was weird to us. You put your card in and get money out. I'm not putting my card in that. I don't understand that block. Now you use an ATM. I use the ATM in the Caribbean. It was like $9 fee. You understand? So you use it regardless, right? Well,
Right.
this is how crypto is. It is real. It's new. It's now. You don't have to worry about I'm scared of it. You better get unscared. because you're not going to have a choice to use it. It's just
It's
that you're going to get
quick.
bamboozled if you don't understand what's happening. That reading of that book, Breaking Free, we talked about, we got a way for you to get this book and start growing crypto. We do it every day, right? And
Right.
so my thing is, at least come learn about it. If you are watching this, you need to find out. I'm gonna show that flyer one more again, just so
Okay.
you can see the dates: Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Central. On Sundays at 1:30 p.m. Central, I train on the basics of crypto. You need to at least understand it so that once you get it, then you can make some good decisions about what you want to do with it. And I think that's all that is to say about it. Then you could travel with it. You're gonna buy groceries with it. I've paid my daughter's college tuition using crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And during the pandemic, while I couldn't do what I did, book fairs and speak in schools because we were on lockdown. But I was able to make crypto though, and that was when I made the most crypto in my life at one time. You know what I'm saying? And so it is real. It will save your life just like it saved mine, but you just got to take the step. Don't be scared. Tap
Right.
your toe into it and go to people you trust. You know, if you know me, come on now. You trust me? Let's go. I got you. And then
You
I ain't
you
going to put no
you got
pressure on you,
to.
baby. I
Let me
got
tell
you.
you,
Yep.
you learn everything else. You learn how to
Hmm.
drive. You learn how to, we may miss the point on counting our money sometimes, but we learn how to count. We learn to do what we want to do. We need to
Hmm.
start learning to do what we need to do, and how
Nice.
we need to infuse that into our children, our youth.
Hmm.
They are missing out, and they're going to be left behind. At one point there was no airplane, there were no airports, and now look at folks
Hmm.
flying around. I talked a couple of months ago about the hotel that they're going to set up on the moon. It's a
Ooh,
thought. Yes, but it's real because they have space travel all the time. All the
right.
time. It's a
Yeah.
commonplace. You better pay attention. It may not be in our lifetime, but again, what about our generations?
Yep.
We have to stop the monotony of our generations being born into an economy and into a world that they got to play catch up, and it's
Mm,
too overwhelming for them to play catch up. They just give up. No,
right.
we
Right.
done with that, and you ought to be done with that.
Yes.
Come on, talk to somebody. The female solution is here each and every day. And aside, aren't you here at one day? On
Sure. I'm on the female solution on Tuesdays. And I know I'm gonna hurry up because we only got like 1 minute left. But
Yeah.
I'm here every Tuesday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on a show called Asada Says, where each month I focus on a topic. This month is Black entrepreneurship lives. And I just got a lot to share, so I'm gonna share with you. Period,
His
point blank.
story, his story, her story,
Our
our
story.
story.
That's right.
Thank you
You
so
got it.
very much. We truly appreciate you being here and giving us this
Thank you.
valuable information as we learn how to, when to, where to, and why to travel.
Yep.
Oh, oh my God. Thank you, Asada, for bringing my generation up to speed. Seniors need to prepare themselves and their grandchildren. This is a game changer, and kudos to my queens of travel and new money. Kudos to you with the Monday morning mindfulness at 7 a.m. Come on now. We got reruns too, in case you miss it. So I love you all. We're so appreciative of you being here, tuning in. You could have been somewhere else, but you decided to come here. And we certainly
Yes.
hope we helped you. If we didn't help you, have a question, a concern, please reach out to us. We're on social media all around. Love you.
Love ya.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, Ngiyabonga. Senegal, Jareth. Kenya, Asante. Israel, Toda. Pakistan, Shukriya. Afghanistan, Tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.